Hi, Tracy Lewis from Stuff and Things. I am here with my first attempt at crafting after losing just about everything. I have received my Stampin' Up! Order that I did the unboxing, and hopefully we'll get that video loaded before I load this video. I am going to attempt today to do the Creative Color Cat Crew Color Challenge, and I haven't figured out the colors yet, so I'll probably do this video incrementally. And I do not have a means of holding my camera up, so it's going to have to be my hand holding it up, so I won't be able to video what I'm actually doing. But I have purchased the Regals. They're sitting here. This is one of the few items recovered from our wreck, and it is a full set of Memento re-inkers. So those will help fill in any missing colors that I might have today for the challenge. And then behind here, I did buy all of the blends. I don't have a way to store them yet, so here they all on a nice happy pile. And I'm using my new stamp collection. This right now comprises of every Stampin' Up! Stamp that I own, as well as all of the ribbons that I own. And oops, I have those ready in case I want to use ribbon today. I did find one really cool item that I might use, and this is was in this little bag of tools, and this is cheesecloth, which is really fun to work with, and I haven't worked with it lately. See how it has a nice gauzy look to it, because that's pretty much what it is. So I'm going to try to use the cheesecloth. I have no pearls or rhinestones. I do have a few enamel dots that may or may not go. There are summer colors that came with an old kit that happened to be in the same tool bag as this cheesecloth. So I maybe will be able to use that as well as the ribbon. I even have a new set of the watercolor pencils, but I don't have any watercolor paper. The only paper that I was able to get from my mom's was some Copic paper in the white, so that means I can use that on the blends. And I have the Regal cardstock that goes with the Regal inks that I bought. So now I'll go off and check online for the colors that I have to use today, and then I'll come back with a game plan. Alright, I'm back and I'm putting my card together. Our colors today: Sweet Sugar Plum, the lightest pink, I'm going to have to go look it up, powder pink, pear pizzazz, crumb cake, and very vanilla. So what I've done is I have some very vanilla ribbon that I actually don't want to be very vanilla, so I am making it the closest to Sweet Sugar Plum I can get, which is a light, rich razzleberry. I had a paper stack that I got with this order to get me started, and it happens to actually have Sweet Sugar Plum, and that's what this color is. Pear Pizzazz, this is the Tutti Frutti cardstock that you get free as a celebration item, and so that's the closest to Pear Pizzazz I'm going to get. And I have the crumb cake around the edges using the edges of this lace. The stamp set that this is Sweet Serenade, I believe. And I'm using the flower, the happy birthday sentiment, and the lace. So I'm going to continue on my quest. I'm really liking, it's my first time using the blends, and I actually really like them in comparison to my Copic markers that I have used extensively. And I found, now I'm using Nina cardstock, cover copy, 80-pound, solar white, and that's the only white cardstock that I have. And I might do a little work with it to ivoryize it. The one marker that I have that's close to very vanilla is this ivory marker, and I haven't tried it. It looks a little dark, but I'm going to see how that goes next. Alright, I am back. I have now made my base with tearing the paper, the Sweet Sugar Plum spotted background that I got with this in the clearance Playful Palette paper pad, and I had to pick a page that didn't have all those extra colors that aren't colors I'm supposed to use, so I picked the purpley splotchy page. And then I started out using, I thought that I would make some, this is light rich razzleberry, using the blends, and I thought that was a pretty close match. So when I was working on the focal image, I ended up not liking the thin. I also noticed that Very Vanilla is one of the required colors, so instead, since I had the two, my only two ribbons are both Very Vanilla, I decided to use the Very Vanilla in the color that it came in, instead of colorizing it. But then I found that I didn't like the thin, so I ended up using this really pretty ribbon that has the lines in it, and it is a 3/8 inch stitched satin ribbon in Very Vanilla. Now I'll show you what I put together. Oh, and I even found a way to use, I told you I was going to use my cheesecloth. That's pretty much the ribbon and the cheesecloth are the only embellishing type pieces that I have now that would match what we're supposed to do. And this is my front piece, the focal, with the cheesecloth applied around the edges, as well as applied underneath the ribbon. And for the crumb cake requirement, I actually used, this is light crumb cake colored from the blends, that's the dark crumb cake. And right now, all I have is the Memento re-inkers that were recovered, and this is called Toffee Crunch, and that is me doing a closest color match that I could do. And I wanted to show you guys with the as a Copic color. This is with the Nina cover copy, which is my second favorite. The Express It, which is the Copic brand paper, I really like for doing the blending, but it is a very gray color. And I actually, unfortunately, that went with the trailer, and I have 0 of it left, which is fine because I don't like that color tone for doing the Stampin' Up! Colors and using the Stampin' Up! Products. So I do want to show you that I blended by actually filling in the color on the back. You always use a piece of plain paper, usually a couple of pieces of plain paper, so that it can soak through. I have a craft mat here, and I don't want to use the craft mat to be doing my coloring with alcohol markers. I actually took this piece of scratch paper and folded it, and here you can see some of my coloring going through. I'm going to pop this layer up and add it at a diagonal, and then I will take a picture of it to put with the video. And that is my Creative Cat Crew Color Challenge, and it is number 40. I've missed 3 color challenges, I believe, because I had no supplies, and I'm very excited that I have just enough supplies to actually get a color challenge done. Thanks for watching.